Good afternoon, folks. Obviously a tough act to follow with those two guys. I know I only have 10 minutes here, so today I'm going to be focusing on two things. One of those is going to be our recent discovery that we just made in northern Quebec. That's a discovery that we just announced less than a week ago. And we'll also be following up on our projects that we recently optioned in southern Argentina, where we plan to start some drilling there in the next couple of months, looking to make a second gold discovery. So our Opanaca project in northern Quebec, this is located about 50 kilometers south of an all-seasons highway, high voltage power line. In the last 3 years, we have taken this project from essentially a patch of moose pasture with zero history of exploration into a gold discovery following classic grassroots exploration techniques and working with some of the best people in the business. We work with Kennerland Minerals. They sold us this project about 3 years ago. We still retain them as project operator. They have a great deep pool of technical talent that we've been relying on to help make this discovery. And like I said, 3 years ago, there was actually zero history of exploration here. And now we've made a pretty significant discovery of a mineralized system spread across at least 4 kilometers. These drill holes were drilled completely blind, so we have no mineralized outcrop at surface here. It's completely buried in till. We were relying mostly on the till sampling that we did to come up with this anomaly and this thesis that a mineralized system must exist somewhere below the till up here. So we took the chance last year. We did a maiden drill program with 8 holes. We drilled about 3,600 meters, and out of those 8 drill holes, 7 of them came back with gold, at least a gram per ton gold. So really great success rate, especially given that we don't have any surface expression of mineralization here. I think it's a testament to 2 things. One is the quality of the technical team that we've been working with Kennerland Minerals. The second is the quality of the mineralized system that we've discovered. Having a hit rate of 7 out of 8 drill holes with no surface expression of mineralization, no history of drilling, going simply on geochemistry, I think is quite phenomenal. That mineralized system is open at both ends. We don't know where the limits are of this yet, but those 4 kilometers that we drilled within sits within a 7-kilometer long geochem anomaly. So we're certainly going to be coming back here next year. Some of the drill highlights from this program include up to 166 grams per ton gold. If you want to see what this visible gold core looks like, you can come and see me for the next couple hours at booth number 218. We have a piece of this drill core with us. But not only do we see some isolated high grades in the drill holes, we also see some broader intercepts of lower grade gold as well, with some higher grade multi-gram gold within those sections. So we have grade, we have width, at least 4 kilometers wide in terms of the mineralized zones. We certainly have scale here, and those are the 3 main things you want to see. If you want to find big gold discoveries, you need to start with big mineralized systems. So we're very excited to get back here later this year. We'll likely be doing a follow-up program probably late summer. Kennerland Minerals will be leading that program for us. Right now, our focus is going to be honing in on a center of mass of this mineralized system. So we know we have a fantastic mineralized system up here. It's unique, it's rare. We don't have any other mineralized systems like this in that area. The closest analog that we have to this would be the Chichu deposit. It's also located on the edge of the Opanaca subprovince, similar to where we're sitting. That's a 3 million ounce gold deposit. So in terms of what our drill core looks like, what their drill core looks like, we're seeing a lot of similarities in terms of the geology and the mineralization. So that's the type of deposit that we'll be looking for here later this year. Now, before we get back up to Opanaca later this summer, the next drill program we want to run is at El Zanjon. We just recently optioned 2 projects in southern Argentina. We have an option to earn an 80% interest in both of these projects. Both of them, similar to Opanaca, are so far completely undrilled, but they both have really compelling early stage data. For El Zanjon, this sits about 30 kilometers south of the Serra Vanguardia mine, and essentially what we're looking for here at El Zanjon is a repeat of the structural and geological conditions that host the mineralization up at Serra Vanguardia. That mine has produced about 6 million ounces of gold and 80 million ounces of silver since the 90s. It's still operating today, and the main regional trend that passes through Serra Vanguardia makes a big bend from east to south, and where it makes that big bend, you get the dilation zone that hosts that Serra Vanguardia mineralization. That same trend passes through El Zanjon and makes another big bend back to the east. So we're essentially looking for a repeat of that dilation zone. The main difference between Serra Vanguardia and our property is that we're completely covered in sediment, so there's no bedrock exposure, which is why it has not seen much of a history of exploration. Up at Serra Vanguardia, they sit in an erosional window, so you can actually see the bedrock and mineralization at surface there. We've got some great geochemistry that's been conducted by the previous operator here, doing ionic leach surveys of the soil, where we've identified 2 main areas of interest where we see elevated values of gold and silver coming up from the bedrock surface. We've also got some great geophysics here demonstrating the presence of that main trend as it passes through the property and makes a big bend to the east there. So we'll be following up on these 2 areas of interest. We just submitted another 300 soil samples to the lab for analysis. We'll be using those detailed soil grids to help us drill target later this year, but our plan is to get up here probably in late March or early April to start drilling at El Zanjan. We plan to do at least 2,000 meters. We do have an obligation to do at least 2,000 meters this year as part of our option agreement for El Zanjan. So we've got a great local geology team as well working with us down there. They were responsible for that Cerro Moro discovery that they sold to Yamana for about $400 million, which is nearby. So they know the geology really well. They've done all the historic work at El Zanjan. So at El Zanjan, we'll be looking to make our next gold discovery. So overall, we are very much focused on gold discovery. We obviously just made one at Apanaca. We're going to be looking to repeat that success in Argentina as well. And having projects at opposite ends of the poles here, we can be operating in Argentina and Patagonia when it's their summer season, which is right now. And then when it's a little bit too snowy and too cold down there, we can move back up to Canada and operate up in northern Quebec. We've obviously demonstrated just past week when we announced this discovery that we can be successful in making these discoveries. We're working with the right people. And again, we made this grassroots discovery in just 3 short seasons, demonstrating that we obviously got the right recipe and we're working with the right people to do this. We'll be looking to do that again down in southern Argentina. So anyway, I'll be over at booth 218, so please come see me if you have any questions. And if you'd like to see some gold in the core, we can show you that too. Thanks, folks.